Hey folks, I'm Mac, and I'm a proud Louisianian through and through. I grew up hearing stories about this state's history, and those roots run deep. Those stories remind me just how connected we still are to the big events that shape this country. And that's what this channel is all about, taking major moments in American history, geography, civics, and culture, and looking at them through the unique lens of Louisiana. Because, folks, so much of what makes America what it is today started right here in our bayous, rivers like the mighty Mississippi behind me there, and parishes. We're diving into the deal that changed everything, the Louisiana Purchase of 1803. Not only was this the biggest land bargain in history, but it also transformed a small coastal nation into a continental powerhouse. And it all revolved right around Louisiana. Let's dive right in.
It's the early 1800s. The United States is barely 2 decades old. Just those original 13 colonies stretched along the Atlantic, plus a little bit westward. Thomas Jefferson is president, a brilliant but complicated man, farmer, inventor, writer of the Declaration of Independence. His dreams of an empire of liberty spread across the continent, with small farmers tilling the soil all the way to the Pacific. But there's a huge roadblock, the Mississippi River. For settlers pushing into what was then the American West, places like Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, the Mississippi was their highway to the world. They'd float crops like cotton, tobacco, and grain downriver to the port of New Orleans, then ship them overseas. And in 1800, New Orleans, along with a massive territory west of the Mississippi, belonged to Spain. Then, in a secret treaty, Spain handed it back to France. Suddenly, Napoleon Bonaparte controls the river's mouth. Napoleon, fresh off conquering much of Europe, has grand plans for a new French empire in the Americas. He's rebuilding plantations in Haiti and eyeing Louisiana as the breadbasket to feed them. Jefferson gets nervous. He writes to his diplomats, "We need access to New Orleans or the whole western frontier could collapse." So he sends Robert Livingston to Paris as minister, and later adds James Monroe as a special envoy. Their instructions are clear. Try to buy New Orleans and maybe some land on the east bank of the river for navigation rights. Jefferson authorizes up to $10 million. That's it. Now things get dramatic and a little tragic. Napoleon sends a huge army to crush a slave revolt in Haiti, led by Toussaint Louverture. Haiti was France's richest colony, producing sugar and coffee worth fortunes. But yellow fever and fierce resistance destroy the French forces. Tens of thousands die. Napoleon loses Haiti for good in 1803, and with it, his dream of an American empire crumbles. At the same time, war with Britain is looming again. Napoleon needs money, fast, to fund his European campaigns. Enter Francois Barbé-Marbois, Napoleon's finance minister. One evening in April 1803, he shocks Livingston by asking, "Would America like to buy the entire Louisiana territory? Not just New Orleans, everything from the Mississippi to the Rockies, north to Canada, south to the Gulf." Livingston and Monroe are shocked. They call Jefferson.
Well, sent letters that took weeks. But anyway,
But they know they can't wait. They negotiate hard. Napoleon wants 100 million francs. They counter lower. Final price, $15 million, 11.25 million paid directly, the rest covering America's claims against France. That's about 3 to 4 cents an acre for 828,000 square miles. To put that into perspective today, adjusted for inflation, it's roughly $400 million. Still an incredible bargain for land that makes up all or part of 15 modern states. Jefferson gets the news months later and is thrilled. but also worried. He's a strict constitutionalist. The Constitution doesn't explicitly give the president power to buy territory. He even drafts an amendment, but Congress and his cabinet say, just do it. The Senate ratifies the treaty in October 1803. And here's the kicker: nobody really knew what was being bought. Vast prairies, mountains, deserts, all unexplored by Americans. That's why Jefferson immediately sends Meriwether Lewis and William Clark on their famous expedition in 1804 with Sacagawea and others to map it and meet with the native nations already living there.
Imagine signing papers to a house without ever seeing the backyard and finding out that it's half a continent.
So, what did this mean, then and now? Short term, it doubled the size of the United States overnight, secured the Mississippi and New Orleans forever, saved the young nation from potential economic strangulation. Long term, it ignited manifest destiny, that belief America was meant to span the continent. It opened the door to the Oregon Trail, the Gold Rush, the Transcontinental Railroad. But let's not gloss over the human cost. This land was home to dozens of Native American nations: Osage, Sioux, Mandan, Pawnee, and many more in Louisiana itself. The Purchase began a chain of removals and broken treaties that reshaped their worlds. French and Spanish Creoles, free people of color, and enslaved Africans already lived there. Their cultures blended into the unique Louisiana mix we still celebrate today: Cajun, Creole, jazz roots, and Mardi Gras traditions. From my family's corner in Catahoula Parish to the ports of New Orleans, this deal set the foundation for Louisiana's economy: river trade, agriculture, and oil later. The Mississippi still moves more freight than any other U.S. waterway. Grain from the Midwest, chemicals, petroleum, all flowing through Louisiana ports. Today, when you drive across the Great Plains or visit the Rockies, remember, it started with a decision made because of this state.
And there you have it, folks, the Louisiana Purchase. Not just a transaction, but the pivot point that makes America the nation we know today. And it all centered around Louisiana. Thank you for spending this time with me on the launch of Bayou Mac history. If this story resonated, please hit like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. What American history topic would you like for me to explore next through our Louisiana lens? Leave a comment down below. This is Mac with Bayou Mac History. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time.